Hello everybody! Welcome to the first part of the walkthrough for Mario Sports Mix. We'll be starting with basketball, as I told you previously. Let's just start with 2 and 2. Mario and Luigi. Now, for the first part, let me just stay quiet so you guys can see the intro. So the Mushroom Cup was born. Finally feels good to start this walkthrough. Okay, now that that's out of the way, time to get down to business. First off, well, I'm going through everything in each sport before I move on to the next. So I'm doing everything in basketball before I move on to volleyball. When I say everything, I mean everything. That means alternate routes, normal and hard mode cups, everything before I move on to the next sport. It's just a habit of mine. I don't go on to something else until I have absolutely everything finished in one thing. Well, I'll let you guys see this. Wait, we already saw this in the first play video, so we can just skip through this. If you didn't see the first play video, I recommend you go and watch that. Oh, and if you haven't noticed, I started a new file so you can all see exactly what you'll unlock when you complete something. I've gotten much better at basketball, so I won't stink like I did in the first play video. Well, I could just literally stand still for the whole game, and the computers practically will do nothing. And if they do something, then the other computer player on my team will just take the ball from them. But I'm not going to do that because then the match would just be boring. So instead I'm going to give helpful tips and tell you guys how this walkthrough is going to go. Now, one helpful tip is called the smash steal. If you block your opponent for an extended period of time, then you'll be able to steal the ball from them without literally pressing A. I'll show you. Block them like this, and pretty soon you'll just steal the ball from them. Okay, now about the walkthrough. I might post a few special tip videos on certain character specials and other things in the game that could be helpful, but mainly just specials. I got this idea from a friend of mine, and you probably all know him, Lucy from Mario Bros. Wii. He's making a walkthrough of Mario Sports Mix as well. Like how right now, when I use Mario Special, a little link might pop up. that'll show you a little more about his special. I'll be doing this from time to time with different characters' specials. Little links will pop up on the screen, but it'll only appear for a quick second. So you better make sure you're paying attention. And if you press that link, or click on it, then it'll take you to a video where you can get some very special insight on that character's special. Very useful. Oh, pardon me for a second. Okay, just need to recharge the batteries. Alright, back to the action. Now, I don't even remember what I was saying because it takes about half an hour to charge these batteries. Oh well, time for a helpful hint. If you shoot the ball right when you're at the peak of your jump, you'll perform an ace shot. And there's no way, well actually if they block it, it's not going to go in. But if they don't block it, it's a shoo-in to win. Anyone get it? No? Little thing about specials. When you see your character flash and you hear the sound from your Wiimote, then you can either A, wait for the character to perform the special themselves, or activate it on your own by flicking the Wiimote. It's a good way to throw off your opponent's timing. Speaking of specials, you may not really know how to fill up the special meter, but just in case you don't, if you don't, I'll tell you how. Well, how you fill up the special meter differs depending on what sport you're playing. In basketball, every time you attempt to make a dunk or shoot the ball, then that'll put 1 bar in the special meter. What other tips can I give out? It'll come to me sooner or later. I might even make little videos for whole character tips. Like all about a certain character. Oh, that's a little tip that could be useful. You notice how when you jump to make a dunk you're going real slow? Well, if you shoot the ball and it doesn't make it, then if you try and dunk, then you'll go much quicker than normally. Like that. It's a good way to save time on a dunk. That way you're not always open for an attack. These computers are such a pushover. Oh. Good. Okay, time to talk about this walkthrough and the Crash Team Racing Revolution. That's my title for it. I call it Revolution because it's much different from the old walkthrough. First off, I'm using my HD camera, so it's going to look much better. Second, I'm much better at the game now than I was back then. So everything is... Well, I don't think there is a root word to revolution. I don't think there's such word as revolute. If there is, I'm sure I've never heard of it. But whatever. For those of you who've probably seen the Mario Sports Mix intro video, intro and ending actually. Yeah, if you read the description and the title, it'll tell you that's the intro for season 1. It'll be a new season each time I complete a sport. And once I've completed the sport, and that season is over, then I'll change the intro. I can only make the intro I have now because those were the only clips of my sports mix I recorded. I only want to record the gameplay videos, then the walkthrough. Though, waiting until every sport is probably too long of a time to wait. It'll vary. It'll probably be every 15 to 20 episodes. It all depends. Who knows? Well, technically they're parts of the walkthrough, but I like to call them episodes. So I'll be putting episodes for the walkthrough. It won't say Mario Sports Mix walkthrough part. It'll say Mario Sports Mix walkthrough episode. Who knows? An episode could have more than one part. It's happened. You know, many different people have been giving bad reviews for Mario Sports Mix. And although Mario Sports Mix does have its share of faults, and to be honest, quite a few of them, it's not that bad of a game. Like, I remember I was reading a Game Informer magazine for this month, I think, and it gave Mario Sports Mix a 4.5 out of 10. I mean, come on. Mario Sports Mix may have some faults here and there, and a bit of lag, and the controls may feel weird for some sports, but it doesn't deserve a 4.5 out of 10. I mean, I would at least give Mario Sports Mix a 7, or at least a 6.5 out of 10. 4.5 is just saying that the game overall sucked. It didn't overall suck. It just needed some tweakage in some aspects of the gameplay, especially volleyball. And yes, maybe even in dodgeball, basketball. Okay, so all the sports need a little tweakage. But I'd still say Nintendo did a pretty good job with this, though they could have done better. I'd say the biggest improvement on this Mario Sports game, better than any other Mario Sports game, is most likely the graphics. Oh wait, no, actually strike that. Well, looks like this one's almost over. You know, I'm not even gonna do anything. There's no point. Don't bother, Luigi. It's not gonna make it in. And that's 74-0. Computers have been completely thrashed. Well, thanks for watching this first part of the walkthrough, even though it really didn't help that much because the computers really sucked. But I'll see you guys next time on the walkthrough, where we'll tackle the second round of the Mushroom Cup. Oh, don't forget to search for those links that'll pop up now and then during the character specials. They could be pretty useful.